We fucking won! Yes! Oh yeah, don't you love it when you just fucking win? Yep, you love it. Like Trump says, you're going to be tired of winning. Well, never get tired of winning. But this has nothing to do with Trump at all. At all, at all. There's nothing to do with me filling the kettle either. It's to do with a man. A fat man formerly in a van. Intriguing. Oh, we fucking won. I remember somebody who even had a username that was Get a Job, who used to turn up in his side chat with arrows pointing back to the username. The man has got a job. Now, Dave the Fisherman, his wife, Sophia, or whatever her frickin' name is, she claims it's fake news. Well, we're not all buying that just yet. I'm 80% certain that it seems indeed a fat man in a van has got a job. And I hope he's not faking it, and I don't think he is faking it. What was it there at 57 seconds? No, you ham and eggers, listen, this is an alpha man fucking He's now a ham and egger, and he's still using the phrase now, oh, you ham and eggers. I suppose old habits die hard, and it's hard to stop using those sort of phrases. And it may be the phrase that Ric Flair used anyway, I don't know. I've heard a few things of the phrases of Ric Flair from a guy at work who watches all that sort of stuff, and he reckons Elbus looks more like Honky Tonk Man. And Honky Tonk Man apparently was one of those WWE wrestlers or whatever from quite a while back. And he showed me photos, and man, it does look like Elbus Travels. It looks quite a bit like old Marshall Kamua. But yeah, interesting to note that, you know, as we all kind of do, we're more than one account. And interesting to note that under my blocked accounts, I don't see his reply, but under the one unblocked account, I do see all these replies, and he's put in a lot of replies to a lot of people. One saying, I knew I could do this because I knew I could go 60 minutes in the Lisa Marie, so I can go 60 minutes mowing the lawn. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, fuck. It'd be the only guy that can compare sex with mowing the lawn. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. So anyway, Elvis, you know, this is the outcome that the quote-unquote trolls wanted, you know, and it is, you know. You consider yourself one, and we consider ourselves one, so then I suppose you can say it's a win-win situation. I can't actually believe it. Like, it's, you know, I almost wonder, well, maybe it was just a little bit of a faked video to keep us off his back, but I'm 80% certain it's for real, you know. And I remember someone dropped a comment, I think it was on Whiskey OG's channel, about people turning on a dime and how his subscribers might, well, what am I saying, subscribers? His trolls might suddenly fucking start donating if he got a job. To which I replied, well, we wouldn't need to donate because, you know, he's got money now, so what's he need donations for, you know? But he claimed that, you know, just as if he turns on a dime and gets a job, the trolls might turn on a dime and donate to him. I'm not so certain that that would be the case, but it seems that one person, Tony Abbott, has said that he's going to give him $5 or something, you know, tonight just because he's got a job. I do hold my breath on all this, as I do with a lot of people who haven't worked for a number of years getting a job, because I remember I was unemployed for a little while there, and a little while may have been 12 months or more, and I tell you what, my first week into a full-time job, I mean, it was a fucking big week, you know. It was like a bloody 10-hour days or something, and yeah, no, that's not big, not compared to some of the times I've worked, but it was 10-hour days. For the first 5 days, it just about fucking killed me. Shit. On the second week or the third week there, I was so fucked for energy that I actually had to claim that I went to an interview for another job so I could actually sleep in one morning to try and recoup the energy, because I was fucked, you know. We were working for, you know, 10, 11 hours sometimes, and it had me beat. Now, having said that, I was at the nursery working 14-hour days, sometimes, you know, 14.5-hour days, and, you know, that's, you know, it's something you can manage, but fuck it, you know, it wears you out. And I just hope that he doesn't sort of do this shit and within fucking 2 weeks go, oh shit, I'm fucking worn out, you know. Because over in the US you get paid monthly, so it's longer till you see your money, and there's less incentive. A guy I work with said that he really wanted money every week. I think they pay every 2 weeks where I work, but see, I'm still casual, so I get paid every week. And a guy who had gone full-time there was telling me that he didn't like only getting paid every 2 weeks, because he likes to see that pay every week. See, we get paid weekly in Australia. Generally, there's a handful of companies that pay monthly, not many. But in the US, it's common to only pay monthly. So, you know, it might be, you know, the shine might wear off before the end of the month, and I hope it doesn't. And I hope he doesn't get to the 2 week point and say, fuck the money, I don't have the energy to do this, or he's so long waiting for the money that he loses hope, like my workmate, because he's got to wait so long to get the money. You know, my workmate couldn't even wait 2 weeks. Anyway, there's another guy at work, I don't know, oh, I just do this and just sign that and like blah, 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 blah. He hasn't been there long, but he might have been there 6 months, and I got a funny feeling that they've just signed him onto permanent. I'm not too certain with what was said, but I think he might have gone on to permanent. I don't get funny about that, although I must admit some of the good workers have taken 1.5 years to go on permanent where I am. Others have taken 1 year. I would have been slightly less than 1 year if I hadn't gone back to this 3-day-a-week thing and done the sewing. But quite honestly, this guy's 6 months, bang, you know. It's like, fuck. Didn't expect that from this company, who traditionally is more than 1 year before they put people on full time. So, I don't know if this other guy has gone full time, but I think he may be. But in all of that, multiple times he said he didn't even know if he wanted to stay after he'd been there for like 3 months. You know, you think, fucking hell, but I don't really give a shit, because quite honestly I know for a fact that my pay is going to drop like a couple dollars an hour at least, And really speaking, like, fuck that, you know, everyone's, oh, benefits. What fucking benefits? This is Australia. Fucking healthcare's already paid for by the government. There ain't no fucking benefits. Oh, well, you get 14 sick days. Yeah, but I take like 2-3 sick days a year off. So what, am I going to forfeit like the other fucking, you know, 11 or 12 days? Fuck that shit. You know, I'll be losing out 11 or 12 days pay because they compensate for it in your fucking, in your, what's his name? In your pay drop. They compensate to assume that you're going to have 14 days a year off sick, and I never do. You know, so this is the thing. Ultimately, you end up losing a lot more money unless you're getting sick 14 or more days a year. And all the other so-called benefits, I mean, what benefits, you know? What? Paid holiday? It's the same fucking thing, you know? You pay drops to compensate for it, but with the 14 days sick, you know, I'll never get that shit back, you know? And being casual, you can sort of, you know, you don't have to fill out a form asking for leave and wait 2 weeks for it to be fucking approved. You can just drop it on them the day before, or a couple of days before that, you know, you feel like a fucking bit of time off, and is what it is, you know, and you'll get it. But anyway, hats off, Elbus. Welcome to the real world of ham and egg. And I ain't got no ham, but I got plenty of fucking eggs. A few too many. I probably shouldn't have bought an extra pack tonight. Yeah, it's one of those worlds where, you know, it's like my uncle used to say, every time you put your hand in your pocket, there's another $50 note in there. There's another $50 bill in there. Every time you slide your hand in your pocket. And that's the world you live in when you're working full time. Some people have a lot of stuff that they have to pay for, but people like me, you know, fuck. You know, Coates likes getting his money and fucking spread it. If I got all my cash in $50 notes and spread it out on the ground, I'll be here for fucking 2 hours and I might run out of floor. you know, it's one of those sort of things, you know. I'll be, you know, if I was only using the kitchen, I'd definitely run out of fucking floor, that's for sure. But this is the beauty of it all, you know. And I mean, this is the thing, like, I'm not saying everybody's got to be a fucking slave, and I fully understand that Coates working 5 months a year, you know, because I'm one of these people that goes back 3 days a week at times, you know, and stuff like that, and I've had no issues even when I was at the piggery working 3 days a week with the sewing thing. You know, it gives you a bit of time to breathe, a bit of time to do what you want to do, clean up your property, you know, have a shot at a you know, flop of a business idea or whatever, you know, because you've got that time there, you've got that ability to do those things. And, you know, I'm not saying Elvis should go absolute hammer and tong 40-hour fucking weeks fucking for, you know, the next 30 years, but I'm just saying, like, you know, if the dude sticks it out for a year or two, he won't be any fucking clapped out 1987 fucking shit bucket with fucking Walmart poop bags in the back of it, you know. By the end of 2020, he could be stepping into a 2014 model van, you know. And this is the reality, you know. This is the way that he's got to look at it when the going gets tough and he's had a fucking gutful, you know. Look at it like that. Look at it like that. You've got the ability to put in the hard yards for a year or two, probably more like 2 years, and wake up to a fucking van that's, you know, maybe 6 years old or something like this, you know, and and there you go. You know, it'll be fucking. These are the things that Ham and Eggers use to keep themselves going through the shit days at work. Just so you know, Elbus. And the chances are the winter will probably come and he'll be back up to Florida. But, you know, that's if he stays in the lawn mowing business, you know. I don't know. We'll see how it all progresses. You know, it's only been a short amount of time. You can't assume anything until you can look back in 6 months' time and go, well, I think we might be fairly well settled. And best of luck.